coding in crypto has been really, really good recently. For those of you that haven't checked out those 2 recent videos I made where we vibe coded something on Solana, I'd definitely go watch those videos. But in this video, we're going to be talking about Sui and every single thing that you can vibe code using Replit that does on-chain Sui something. First of all, let me put it out there that yes, all of this is mainnet, none of this is testnet, and every single thing here uses actual transactions that you can verify on Sui Vision right after you watch this video. So I vibe coded this entire website. This thing took me about 2 hours, and you can see the whole point of this website is to just showcase every single thing that you can actually do simply by interacting with Replit or other vibe coding softwares like Cursor or whatever. I use Replit because I fuck with them real heavy, but you can see here, we have a lot of stuff here that we can do on-chain with zero engineering experience, zero blockchain engineering experience as well. But isn't this just UI? It doesn't actually do these things, right? No, it really does do these things, so let's go through this and do this. So we're gonna use Slush Wallet here for everything that we do with Sui. Slush Wallet's really, really pretty. They also had a really nice update recently for DeFi stuff. Definitely use them for anything you do on Sui. And let's connect our wallet here. First things first, I vibe coded this. Like, obviously this is just an API, SDK, whatever, that you can just like add to any website, but it worked. We just added our wallet to a website. And I don't know how to do any of this. All I said was, hey, Replit, make it so that it prompts Slush Wallet Chrome extension so we can connect our Sui wallet to it. And that worked. That already alone is a pretty crazy thing to think about here. So what you can see here from this wallet dashboard is everything that's in this wallet. So you can see here that I have 9.6 Sui in this wallet. On top of that, I have an NFT holder. I have 19 NFTs. Not just that, but I have a domain as well, like a .sui domain. And on top of that, I get full private access because I have a Claynosaurus egg. But the second thing that we can do with this is other on-chain stuff based on what's on your wallet. They're actually parsing the information from what is in your wallet, which is amazing. Here we have a tab for staking, and I know what you're thinking. You press stake, it doesn't actually do anything. You just got the information from whatever, and it doesn't actually do anything. No, you can actually stake your assets directly into this using your wallet. So right now I just staked on Mistin 1. We're getting 7% APY on this one Sui that I staked. And did it actually work? Let's see. Here is our transaction history. And you can see here in our transaction history, literally at the same time that we did this, it took one Sui out and is now staking it. So in here we have another part where we can do domain resolves and see what kind of domains you have in your wallet. So let's press load domains. And you can see here I have vibecoding.sui and it goes to this address, and if you paste an address here, it'll show what domains they have. And if you put vibecoding.sui here, it'll show, hey, this is the wallet that owns vibecoding.sui, which is literally, you can see here, that is true. And let's go back up to transfer and transfer as well. Let's see if we can transfer something. We have the SuiLend capsule, shout out SuiLend. Let's see if the transfer works. Press transfer. You see it here, it opened up a Slush Wallet, and this is it. It's saying, would you like to transfer this? Let's approve it. Again, we're doing stuff. I don't know how to do any of this, but we did it. Again here, object transfer to XYZ, and it's been sent. And then there you just saw, it sent that NFT out. That is absurd, but let's check. Did it actually do that? Do it by the timing. You can see here, transaction complete. Object changes is this NFT that we just sent, the SuiLend one. And now let's go to coins. Coins is pretty simple. It just shows what exactly is in your wallet. This is pretty accurate. As you can see, that is the amount of Sui that we have in this wallet. 14, what is it? 8.63, 8.63. This is actually more accurate. It's showing more information than Slush Wallet, which is absurd. And now let's go to contracts. Here, this is like some stuff that I don't really understand, but if you wanted to execute any move function, you can do that, like read clock timestamp. It really does work. You can verify it, and you can see the transaction histories of different stuff that you want to verify. Don't know how that works though. You know, I'm not gonna lie here. And then right here, we can do parsing actual real-time blockchain events with polling. So look at this. This is stuff that's just happening. Like look, it updates on its own. 20 events captured, 30 events captured. These are all different stuff here. And now it says 40 events captured. If for some reason you want to be able to do this, now you can. It took like 2 seconds. Here's a multi-signature. This, I think we need some more nuances for it to actually work, but I'm pretty sure it can work. Should you use this, you know, actually put $50 billion in this? No, but you could start the beginning of the process to creating a multi-sig if you really want it. But we'll keep on going here. Sponsored, so we have enable sponsor, so we'll put this. We'll again put the same wallet address here that we have. Use sign, sponsor pays gas, TX executes. We'll do execute sponsored transaction. Again, you can go on chain and see did this actually work or not, and then we'll approve this. This is all the stuff that you could use it for if you want. And it says here, gas was paid by the sponsor. But I, of course, am the sponsor, so do this with different use cases, you can, and it wouldn't really make sense if you do it for your own wallet, but you can check this out because the link here is in the caption. And then for ZK login, Slush Wallet, again, shout out Slush Wallet, it's already a really good wallet. They already have the ZK login. You can log in with Gmail and make a wallet with Apple already, so I don't really need to create that here. But if you wanted, you could implement the SDK for Coinbase Wallet pretty simply here if you would like, and here's all the use cases for it as well. And then for the history, let's open up SuiScan here, and we have our Claynosaurus egg. Let's see the history of this egg. See if this works. I actually didn't test this one. Oh, okay, it does work. So this is the owner, this is the version history. As you can see here, I didn't really move this, I didn't do anything with it. I just like minted it and haven't touched it since. So if you wanted, you can see the history of different NFTs and coins and whatever on chain as well. For DeFi, this isn't embedded in here directly. You could get the API, SDK, whatever of Cetus or Bluefin or wherever and then implement it directly into here. But for now, I didn't do that. I just have it link out to Cetus if you want to do LP stuff. And then here for NFTs, this is just a simple way to see what NFTs are in your wallet. As you can see, this is accurate. We have the vibe coding thing here. This was the other Suiland capsule that I had. The first one did send out. And then for Walrus is pretty interesting here. I do need to do some work here. Not sure if it actually works, but you can only store values in JSON. So I have here, write me a bull case for Sui as a blockchain in JSON. Let's copy this. Paste it, store on Walrus. I believe this works. I do have to check. If you're smarter than me, please check if this is actually working. I don't even know how to check, but we can verify the blob ID. So let's see if this works. It's saying verified, and when you press it, it downloads something. I'm pretty sure this works, but I also, I don't know. Because, I don't know what the fuck this means. Just saying. But I'm pretty sure it works. And now here, this is the most interesting part, because again, this is, I think, the easiest thing that you can implement to not blockchain or not Web3 dApps, but just like a regular website. Hey, you need this NFT to access this page. So you can see here, NFT gating works this way. And if you want to go to the enter members area, you need a Claynosaurus egg. And for this part, you can add whatever NFT you want it to be. We're going to do the Claynosaurus egg for this just because that's one of the NFTs I have. And you can choose what level of access you want to give. I'll do premium, and then let's create this. I'm only allowed to see this part of the website if you have this NFT, which you can use in a lot of traditional methods for whatever. I don't really know if anybody does that now, but if you have a website that you only want to have a members area for, instead of logging in, you can make them have an NFT in your wallet, and then that gives them full access to wherever. And then finally here, this is just sign and track on-chain transactions. You can do whatever the fuck you want here, and it'll just do an actual test transaction for that as well. So all in all, you can do over 10 things. We have 14 things here that I just proved and showed are possible by simply prompting Replit or vibe coding software to show you. The fact that you can do these many things by simply vibe coding it is next level shit that I didn't even think you could do at this point. So if you're building anything, whether it's in traditional finance or you want to add a crypto part to it, or if you want to build a crypto platform but don't know blockchain engineering, you can do a whole lot of stuff by simply vibe coding. Adding these 14 things to your website as a start with zero effort is amazing, and you can do whatever you want afterwards after you actually build those stuff on top of it. So, thank you. So